Oh boy, what can I say? All right, so I'm finally going to give you my review on these Air S Pros by Weeder. They're knockoff iPod Pros, however you pronounce it. Yeah, if you saw my previous video, I did a live unboxing of these. It was a complete hot mess. I'll leave a link somewhere there so you can check it out. But now I'm going to give you my final thoughts on these AirPod Pros. To give you a little history, it took me 3 months to finally receive these AirPod Pros. I bought them for $35. I figured, $35 compared to $250, why not? The $35 investment will at least make a cool video, hopefully. I mean, you let me know, but it should make for some interesting content. And oh boy, what a hot mess these things are. Yeah, I'm just gonna get right into ripping these things, but yeah, here we go. So we've got our box, right? Here's the box. It looks very similar to the original one, right? It looks like someone actually just broke into Apple and like, okay, well, here you go. Just take these and sell them for $35. You've got the back. Everything looks very legit so far, but let's get inside of the box. Right now, for the purpose, I actually ordered the black pair of these, as you can see by the black dot right here. But yeah, I wanted the black pair, wanted to, mix it up. If I'm gonna get the AirPod Pros, let's do a little style with it by getting the black. So we get into the box, right? And now we can actually see our AirPod Pros. Now, first of all, the actual container, the case, it feels cheap as heck. I mean, it feels really cheap. And I don't know if you can hear, there's a little rattle going on right here. And yeah, it's the AirPod Pros. They just kind of rattle inside the case. It's kind of like your first indication of the knockoff brand compared to the original Apple brand. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of our first sign. Like I said before, the case is kind of cheap. And then we also have our little, if you can see right there, little light for to give you the power indicator. Right? It's like a little pin drop. It's a really small light, and the light that does come from it when it's charging is so small, so small. It's negligible. I couldn't even tell. I kind of had to be like, is the light on? Oh yeah, I think I see a light in there. Anyway, it's just one of the signs compared to the knockoff versus the Apple brand. Once we get inside the case, we've got our AirPods, right? And you can see our Zebra AirPod Pros. And yeah, so here they are. Notice very well. Actually, no. Let's back up for a second before I actually get into this. So what actually comes inside of the box? Well, when we open it up, we've got some white earbuds or white ear tips. Very interesting since this is actually black. Very interesting that's how they decided to match it up. You'd think they gave me some white ear tips, but no, they didn't. They gave me the black ones. And I'll say right now, the only saving grace for these knockoff AirPods is that it does come with an iPhone charger or an Apple charger, which normally costs 20 bucks, but there you go. Yeah, I think I paired for the charger instead. I'm not even showing the Apple Air charger because I feel like I'm actually putting it to use, except, outside of these. Oh yeah, so, all right, so that's what's inside the box. Yeah, so let's get back to the AirPods. AirPod Pros, here we go. You've got our black AirPods with a white ear tip. Yeah, little white ear tip. Maybe get them focused there. Yeah, there you go. Very interesting. Like I said, I'll refer to my live unboxing of it. I ordered a black and they gave me white ear tips. That should have been the first sign. No, actually the first sign of something was wrong is when I opened the box and the wrapper was already open with inside the box, the sealed box. Yeah, don't know. Yeah. Taking a closer look at the actual earpods. Another thing that I noticed a difference between the knockoff and the originals, if you take a close look at the actual earpods, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but there's something happening with the bottom of the AirPod Pros where it reminds me of like a pool stick with a little cue at the end. I mean, it looks like this has been used as a pool cue or pool stick, and people are playing pool with this, and it's got that wearness on it, like almost like the fabric, and you can almost see it there. I mean, here we go. This one is a lot worse. Not sure if you can see it, but It very much has that texture and that look of someone who's actually playing pool with this. Yeah, very, very, very weird. Now, okay, now let's get to the quality of these of these Air S Pros, the knockoff of the AirPod Pro. Really weird. How do they sound? They sound like complete utter crap. I mean, these things are garbage. If the best way I can describe the sound to you of these AirPods is go ahead and put a sock on in between your ears and listen to music. That's what these things sound like. It was just complete garbage. I mean, after a while, I used these for 2 weeks just to get a sense of how these things act and behave and how they sound. You know, yeah, my ears did get used to it, but gosh, you know, it took a while for my ears to get used to it. And compared to listening to everything else, these were the worst. You know, these $35 knockoff brand of the Apple AirPod Pros. Yeah. Oh, and let's talk about the microphone for these AirPod Pros. Yeah, a hot mess, complete garbage. Do not talk to anybody on this. You are barely audible. Whenever I tried calling someone to use this, they're like, please turn it off. Like, I can't hear you. Like, what are you saying? Just like, stop, you're hurting my ears. So yeah, the microphone on these things are complete garbage. Oh, and it was kind of funny. I mean, it's all up to you. But when you sync this, or if you get a call and you have the little person talking in your ear, it's not Siri, it's a little Asian woman. You know, I got nothing against, you know, little Asian women. It's just, it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, it's definitely a knockoff. But yeah, but it's just kind of one of those reminders like, oh man, you know, that's what I get for going cheap. You know, that's what I get for trying to save some money. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know. It always seems the cheaper the headsets that I get, the more that it tries to take over my phone. So I'll go back. I got these again. It took 3 months for me to get it. Surprisingly, when I opened it, it still had a charge. And then I used it for 2 weeks, right? Once I got my thoughts, I'm like, all right, this is a hot mess. I stopped using these AirPod Pros for about 4 weeks, right? Now, during those 4 week times, and especially leading up to this week when I decided, you know, I'm gonna make a video on this week, it started connecting to my phone out of nowhere. I mean, it would be in the case. It would be in the case in my bedroom, and then for some reason I'm just like, I would see a text on my phone or a call would try to come through and I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing the notification, not getting anything. And I'm like, what's going on? And I would actually check the phone, and for some reason, these AirPod Pros, which has not connected to my phone in over 4 weeks, decided to connect to my phone over and over and over again, just hijacking my phone. It got to the point where I had to disconnect it. Guess what? It still hijacked my phone. Went to my iPhone again, went to the settings. I did forget this device. Guess what? It still managed to connect to my device and link up. I had to get to the point where I had to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone. So super inconvenient. In short, $35, hot mess. Now let's talk about, I guess, my thoughts when it comes to white label or knockoff brand earphones, because, you know, if you're seeing on social media, maybe like a month ago, we saw like a massive wave of these AirPod Pros being advertised, right? Don't pay for $200, $250, get the $35 one, save money, same sound, noise cancellation, all that stuff. And I can only imagine that they're all coming from the same place when it comes to white label products. You know, anybody can buy a white label product and just throw their name onto it. And like I said before, this is the Weeder brand, W-E-E-D-E-R, and I'm pretty sure other people have just bought the same thing and just slapped their name on and advertised and promoted having like all these amazing features, right? So that's just my guess, but like I said before, I am familiar with white label products. And yeah, off the bat, when it comes to these AirPod Pros knockoffs, they're not worth it. They're a hot mess, and they're not even worth the $35. So yeah, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll never be using these again. I should probably just throw them away. But yeah, those are my reviews on specifically for the Weeder Air S Pro knockoff AirPod Pro headphones. I hope this video helped you out, guys. If you're ever thinking about getting these knockoff AirPod Pros, don't do it. It's a waste of time. You're gonna regret it. I wouldn't even use it just to give it to someone just so they have something to listen to. The sound is horrible. You get what you pay for, and even worse with the knockoff brands. Oh God. All right, well, hopefully this video helped you out. Go ahead, leave a like if it did help you out. Subscribe so I can give you more if you want to see more honest reviews. And also, guys, don't forget, learn, do, and share. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. No.